Jay Cohen, Maddie Lee, John Greenberg. John, the NBA will have an in-season tournament for the first time. I love it. What do you think?
I kind of like it too. I mean, I think it's easy to make fun of, right? Like,
yeah.
It sounds kind of corny. Whenever you introduce something new, it sounds a little like contrived. But I think it's fun. I think it's going to be kind of like the play-in tournament. It sounds kind of silly, but then when you actually watch it and you go to the games or whatever, it's fun just to see anything that has stakes. I'm for anything that's got more stakes than a regular season NBA game where half the guys sit out, because of scheduling. I think it's going to be fun. I like it a lot.
Well, I like the way the NBA is doing it because in November nobody cares about the NBA. Now you have something to play for.
Exactly, and people will bet on it, and that's great.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the negative one. I hate it.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I think it's silly. Like, why are we playing a tournament in November for nothing? I love the way that soccer does it, where you're bringing in, it's different competition,
right.
and they're breaking for these mid-season tournaments. I don't really care who wins the NBA Cup. I'm sorry.
There's like a WNBA one.
Well, yeah,
right? But that's kind of the contrived too.
But the thing about the WNBA one is it's worth a significant amount of money to the players, more money for the players that registers with them.
I don't think that's communicated enough to people because I just see it and I'm like, wait, what are they?
No,
doing?
it's worth.
For them, it's like
it's
30,000 each.
And it's a much higher percentage of their salary than what this will be for the NBA players. Now, I'm with Matt. I think this is silly. Now, with that being said, like. The NBA is run by really smart people. And, like, this is going to work. I mean, those people
it's going to work.
Those people don't just go to this without some serious forethought.
What you need is great performances. And if it can highlight the great performances from the best players, that's what the NBA is all about. Mm-hmm. It's all about the best performances from the best players. And if you get like Giannis, Doncic, you get like these guys, maybe even what would really be good to be the guys on the second tier teams. You know what I mean? The Damian Lillards and stuff, if they can go off, that's even better for them.
And remember, the winning team, each player gets $1 million. And now, that may not be a lot to the NBA player, but one thing I know about athletes and rich people, the more money they have, the more they want.
Right.
So they're going to play hard for that $1 million. Now, you talked about the Commissioner's Cup and the WNBA. Last year when it was here, when Vegas played the Sky, that Vegas team came out just woo. They wanted that $30,000, and it was great to watch how hard they played.
The money thing reminds me of a very funny story I remember from Bulls practice. Derrick Rose had to leave early. This is like his rookie year to do like a Nissan appearance. And Tim Hallam goes, "Derrick, do you drive a Nissan?" He goes, "Nope, my family does."
Well.
And that's the thing with that money. That's going to someone.
Yeah. And this is also television driven, that the NBA, they want the ratings to come up because in November you're still into college football, worrying about who's going to make what bowl.
Sure.
And high school football, the state championship. Nobody really cares until Christmas Day. So this, I think, is why they came up with this.
Well, I mean, like I said, the NBA is not run by dopes. I mean, for the NBA partners, this is great. This is like not only just TV, but like John said, their gambling partners think this is the greatest idea ever. And so like these guys, I mean, this will be a success. I mean, it will draw better ratings than their normal November games,
100%.
and it will make money for the league. I question, how many years before people start going back to the usual, like playing, and they just blow this off. I mean, how many injuries does it take? You're playing in a more high stakes game very early in the season. How long before a marquee player gets hurt in one of these things?
Well, that's why they will never. That's why they'll never do what Maddie said, which the international competition during a season. That'll never happen because of injuries. At least these games count just the same.
Yeah. Against your NBA record, could this work in other leagues like baseball or football?
What do you think?
I think it would be really hard to pull off. I think you'd have a lot of back and forth with unions. I think it would be so much fun in baseball if you could figure out, like if you had like a CONCACAF style tournament, like how great would that be?
Yeah, like how would and like even if they took like maybe last year's playoff teams or something like that, and you know what I mean, just did something, find a fun way to do it.
Okay, I would love to see Major League Baseball actually break for the Olympics every 4 years and let their top players play for their country in the Olympics. I think it would be a good thing for baseball. I think it would be a good thing in terms of like making international stars out of a league that has a very
Well, it's like
precious
the World
few
Baseball
ones.
Classic has been a huge
great.
success, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And that was the kind of thing that seemed contrived at first too, and now everyone loves it.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's great.
That's right.
But it's a different animal to put them in the Olympics, where they're actually in the middle of the season, where they're actually playing at a top level instead of using the World Baseball Classic to ramp up.
You're just saying that because you like to cover the
Well,
Olympics.
I do love the Olympics, but like I said, as a baseball fan, like I think it would be cool to see the real, not just the fringe 40 guys, but the real top players play for their country in an Olympic sort of setting.
The other thing that I thought of, which
But when we come back, we're going to talk about the Chicago
we'll do it
Bulls because let's face it,
can't
their
make
schedule
it work
came out.
for.
Will they be in the
for the
preseason
MLB.
tournament? They're going to be in the tournament, but can
I
they
would
win
hope
it?
for something.
We'll talk about that when the reporters continue.
Good.